Your Excellency President of the Republic of South Sudan and Commander-in-Chief of SSPDF, Your Excellency Amina Gure Fakim, former President of the Republic of Mauritius, Your Excellency Catherine Samba Pence, former interim President of Central African Republic, Your Excellencies, the colleague, the Vice President of the Republic of South Sudan, even though they are not here, they will join us maybe later. Right Honorable Speakers in attendance, Honorable Ministers of National Government and State, senior delegates of UN, and especially Mrs. Ahuna Guwa, Dr. Lema Roberta, the Nobel Peace Prize, the Nobel Award 2011, distinguished delegates, members of the diplomatic community, members of the media, and my sister, Martha Karua, the former Minister of Justice of Kenya. Sorry, I was looking around, maybe I came in a bit shaky for this to come true. I didn't see you. Welcome. It is an honor to stand before such a strong, powerful, and intelligent gathering of women leaders from many nations and different walks of life. I feel blessed to have the opportunity to welcome you to the first ever South Sudan International Transformational Conference on Women's Leadership. South Sudan is the last born of Africa for the time being. Maybe somebody is there, but we are the last born. And you know, always the last born misbehave her or himself because he's always the last. But always the mother will correct them. I am excited to host a conference that will shine a bright light on our country with our UN partners, led by my dear sister, Madam Sarah Nyanti, the Secretary General's Deputy Special Representative and Resident Humanitarian Coordinator. She already said this before you hear how this conference came about. We have worked closely with our Ministry of Gender, Child and Social Welfare, led by the Honorable Minister Aya Benjamin Warere, who chairs this conference technical committee. My sisters, without your determined leadership and commitment, this beautiful occasion may never have been possible. So thank you very much. Across this country, a phrase has been echoing in our streets. Guwa Tamara. Guwa Tamara waye. Guwa Tamara waye. Translating the strength of a woman, which has been hidden behind the kitchen, is now in the limelight. Among many issues that this international conference aims to address is a topic that has always been at the top of my agenda and close to my heart. Gender equality through women's economic empowerment. If we do not empower our women economically, they will never go anywhere. Because we are born to look into the pocket of our husbands. Achieving gender equality is fundamental to address the power imbalances in our societies. It is the women who drive our economies all over Africa, not only South Sudan. They are the breadwinner or the breadwinners and the silent force that keep the family together. Not only do women have the strength to repair the damaged social fabric of our nations, but they also play a significant role in boosting the national economy and creating a much-needed middle class. It is a challenging and a tireless job, but we do it anyway. And I wanted to quote our founding father, late Dr. John Mabior, who said that women of Africa wake up at 4 in the morning, goes and search for water 5 kilometers away, and come back with only 4 gallons of water, and goes again, search for firewood, and come and make food for her family, and goes to bed at 9. Wake up early and goes to bed late. End of quote. For the first time in our brief history as a nation, South Sudan is hosting an incredible number of women in leadership, from former heads of state and government to entrepreneurs and activists, academics, artists, policymakers, humanitarians, and revolutionaries from all walks of life. This transformational conference for women leaders is a spark to a bright and beautiful fire. We join together to commit to advancing gender equality, not only in South Sudan, but across the globe. Although we have made some notable achievements in our quest for gender equality, there is still so much more that must be done. As women, we find ourselves constantly battling against deeply rooted cultural prejudice and gender biases. Women globally are at the critical juncture in their quest for peace and security, and now more than ever is the time for us to come together to build on our collective strengths. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, today in South Sudan and around the world, women are particularly at the risk of experiencing gender-based violence due to climate change impacts, environmental degradation, and conflict. Experts worldwide have noted that extreme weather events due to climate change disproportionately affect women and girls and their ability to perform their everyday tasks, which partly explain why some girls are forced to drop out of school. This task of collecting firewood and water in this country, which traditionally fall to women and girls, are heavily affected by adverse climate change impacts, which force the women and girls to travel further from their homes to complete the task and provide for their families. In turn, the longer journeys increase their exposure to gender-based violence outside the home. While it is concerning to see backsliding on recent gains in gender equality due to the COVID-19 pandemic, there are positive signs that climate policy is increasingly creating opportunities for women and girls to make invaluable contribution to and benefit from climate action. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, when women have equal access to decision-making opportunities, they take more sustainable decisions. For example, improve school attendance rates for their children, or I could say their girl child. Increase food security, greener mobility patterns, and reduce energy demand. In addition, adapting to climate change can result in opportunities for women to access more resources and participate in decision-making due to shifting gender norms, which is why taking a gender-responsive approach to developing climate policy is crucial. But I have seen the light women are sparking for their rights. Our sisters in the north have been at the forefront of the fight for dignity and justice in Sudan. Our neighbors in Kenya witnessed a historic wave of electoral victories for women. In Rwanda, it is the women who have been the key drivers of the progress and transformation, and across the Western hemisphere, women revolution is imminent. There is a lot to learn, and we, the women of South Sudan, will be included. So I encourage you to listen and learn as much as possible about the technical presentation, the personal experiences, the gains, and the setbacks from all our speakers throughout this conference. This will be a rare insight into our long journey as women. This conference provides political space to share your powerful voices and rich experience and create a safe space for our women at the grassroots to network with those from around the world. The technical committee comprises representatives from my own office, the Ministry of Gender, Child and Social Welfare, UNDP, UNMISS, UN Women, UNFPA, the African Union, Civil Society, Women Entrepreneurs, and so many more. They were the force that drive this conference forward. So many of them have had long sleepless nights. I applaud them for their magnificent efforts. The committee has prepared a feast for the mind that you will indulge in over the next few days, including topics such as women, peace and security, women and economic governance, women and climate, intergenerational dialogue and mentorship, the role of civil society, women and grassroots voices, and women, innovation and technology. I know the road has been challenging. Believe me, I know. Many of us have sweat and suffer under the hot sun of oppression. I am sure many more of us have spent long nights trying to sleep with pillows wet with our tears. The grief and the pain were too much to bear in the darkness, with all the light looking like it is lost. Who among us has not felt the darkness of helplessness and thought, is it still worth it? For how long can I keep going? My sisters, daughters, brothers, sons, and friends, you remind me of the power of our light. That event in the darkness, we can still dance. Even through our tears, we still laugh. In silence, we still sing. Even in our struggles, we grew. Even though our pain, hurt, and wounds, we somehow managed to heal. To our partners and donors who have offered us so much support, today is also for you. To see how far we have come and precisely what we are doing. Of course, we have come this far with your input, support, and guidance. But do not be surprised if I keep knocking at your doors. This is my famous say, and I literally can put it, begging. I thank you for accepting my invitation to participate in this crucial conference. These deliberations will bring strength, healing, and wisdom to countless people you may never know. Your presence alone is decisive. Before I conclude, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, I would like to share a word in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Turkey and Syria, following devastating earthquake. To His Excellency, the Ambassador of Turkey, who is here with us today, the people and government of South Sudan send our heartfelt condolences to all the families and communities devastated by this tragedy. Furthermore, we send all our thoughts and prayers to Ms. Carmen of the Nobel Women's Initiative, who was forced to cancel her attendance to focus on the humanitarian crisis in her country. Finally, before I go to finally, you know, when Dr. John was giving his speech in Nyaye Stadium, he stayed very long, and when he knew that people start to move, he said that I'm a gorilla, and gorilla take his time. Finally, I thank all the participants who have taken the time to join us here today. May you always remember the power of your light, and may this light shine from South Sudan to the world. To the women of South Sudan who came from all over, including the diaspora, I look forward to growing, learning, sharing, and healing with you. I wish you success in all your deliberation, and please have fun while at it. Guwa Tamara, thank you, and God bless you all.